Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. In our previous lectures, we had talked about part one of IELTS test speaking test, and then we talked about part two. Now today we will move towards that of the part three of IELTS speaking test. Part three of IELTS speaking test. It is like as you move ahead in the speaking test, so it gets a little bit tough. What I mean by tough is uh, that you will have to talk like in more details. You need to provide uh, you know more examples. You can share your life the time experiences. You can provide your opinion clear, but you need to prolong the answers as much as possible clear, but in a right way. uh, this test clear like is we are talking here in the speaking. So speaking test is same for those students they are taking IELTS academic or IELTS general. For both of these students it is completely same. uh, the questions they will be asked from you, they will be a sort of academic type of questions clear. Let me show you here. Like about society or global issue clear, anything that is related to society. Like he can ask about gifts, he can ask about transportation in your area or in your country, he can ask about population, examiner can ask about pollution clear. So questions they would be academic type of questions, and they would be related to what they're of like societal clear, societal issues or global type of issues. Now, this part clear, it can take 4 to 5 minutes from you, because you need to provide like in more detail answers clear. Uh, and this part, like is we have studied in part one of your I speaking test, that part one is about yourself. We say that part one of your I speaking test is about yourself. Examiner will ask questions directly related to you. But in part three of your IELTS test, examiner is not going to ask about yourself, but he can ask, the as I said earlier, about society, what is happening, society, clear, like traffic problems and different sort of issues he can ask about, or he can take opinion, related to education in your country or in a place where you live clear. Or he can ask about, as I said, global issues. But this type of question in the part three clear, he will not ask anything about yourself clear, because about yourself that is part one, not part three. He can ask, general type of questions about people clear. If someone clear, and or he has done something for the country, or someone who is famous clear, or you admire a lot, you love him, so you can talk about that. Society and countries or global clear. The question can be quite general about you, but he will ask from you. Now, in this type of question, like in part three, clear, they will look like in this shape. Like, can you see, do you think that the internet and television will cause people to stop reading books? Now, these type of questions will be asked from you, because can you see, like it's a general type of question, it's not related to you, but examiner wants, he wants to ask about your opinion, that what is your opinion? He wants to ask from you that, do you think that the internet and television will cause people, like nowadays people, they prefer reading, ebooks, electronic books, clear, and more, they prefer over that of reading books. Now, can you see the second one? How popular is going to museums? Now, this is again general type of question for part three. How popular is going to museums and exhibitions, clear, where you live? The place where you live, clear, how popular it is. Now, again, you can see it's a general type of question. Examiner doesn't ask about you, that do you go to museums or do you go to exhibitions, but he asks about the generally, clear, that uh, the place where you live, clear. So is it popular that people, they go to museums or exhibitions, clear? Next, do you think some countries have happier people than other countries. Now, can you see comparison? They want to compare different countries. Like he wants to ask your opinion that how do you see different countries people? Like do you think that some of the countries people are happier and others are unhappy? Clear? So what is the reason behind it? Why some of the countries people are happier and others are not? Clear? You can talk, and it's a general type of questions. Now we want to move ahead with the next slide. How you people can give answer clear to the examiner. We will talk about them, that how you can prolong your answer. Number one thing, that whenever examiner he asks you a question, clear, give a direct answer. Number one thing is you need to give direct answer. Number two, for your answer, give what
मोहम्मद मेरी क्लास हो रही है आप क्या कर रहे हो ये बात है बच्चे ऐसे नहीं करते
example. Clear? What you can give example. There are three things what we have talked here. Give a direct answer. Number one, clear, your answer must be direct. And number two, give the reasons for your answer. Like you can provide reason, you can explain, you can prolong your answer with providing reasons, or you can give example. How can you provide, your answer could be direct, and how can you go with the reasons, and how can you provide an example? I'm going to explain these things, through examples. Now, look at here. Let's take this question. Look at this question, for example, clear? Do you think the same question? Do you think that the internet and television, do you think that internet and television will cause people to stop reading books? So how can you give your answer? And as I said that you can give your answer in how many ways, Claire? There should be three things like these things, Claire, as I have pointed out before. Number one, your answer should be, it should be what? It should be direct, Claire. The first one, it should be direct. Number two, give clear reasons for your answer. And the third one would be said, give an example. Now let's talk about, uh, how can we prolong our answer? Number one, look, this is what we have in the green, as I have mentioned here. So the green one is what? The green one is about your answer is more direct one. Clear? You have mentioned and you have provided direct answer. Like, no, I don't think people will stop reading because of the internet and television. Look, this is a direct type of an answer. First of all, you have given, examiner asked you, do you think that internet and television will cause people to stop reading books? Now, your answer could be direct, like either yes or no. If you say yes, I think that people will stop reading because of the internet and television. So now it's a type of direct answer. And you can say no, I don't think people will stop reading because of the internet and television. Again, this is what direct type of answer. So for the first part, clear, it's what? This is your direct answer. Uh, this is the way that when you want to talk about it, clear, so your answer must be, it should be more direct, clear. You can like have a look at this one. Then the second part is we have, that is what, that you can provide a reason, clear, that why. If you think that no, television and internet cannot stop people from reading, so what could be the reason, Claire, why they don't? Like, for example, television, we have got like, can you see? Now you want to give reason. Television and internet have already been around for a few decades. Look, you have provided reason that no, why? Because television and internet have already, Claire, been around for few decades, and books are still quite popular. And books are what? They are still quite popular. So you have provided reason that, I believe that television and internet cannot stop people from reading, because television and internet have already been around for few decades, and books are still quite popular. Clear? Now, you want the third way, you can prolong your answer. What you can provide now, you can provide an example. Now, look at the example. I actually prefer reading from a real book. Can you see? You want to provide example here. That you prefer reading from a real book, Claire, more than looking at a screen. And I think that many other people are the same. Can you see? You have provided an example here. That you prefer reading from a real book rather than that of going and looking at the screen. So this is a complete answer for that of the question. And we have included how many things? We have included three things. Give your answer, it should be a direct one. Number two, give the reason for your answer. And the third one, give an example. Clear? The same way, if you take this, the next question, Claire, do you think some countries have happier people? Can you see? Some countries have happier people than other countries. Now, again, we want to give direct answer. Clear? How can we give direct answer? Now, the first one, yes, I think people are on average happier in some countries than in others. Now, you have given, first of all, the direct answer to the examiner, Claire, that yes, you believe, this is the first answer that you have given it directly. Then in the second part, you want to give reasons. People need certain conditions like safety and opportunity, Clear, to be happy, and some countries do not have those things, unfortunately. Now you have provided, first of all, you have given direct answer to the examiner that yes, I think people are average happier in some countries than in others. Why? Clear, like if you believe that they are happier, so give proper reason that on what basis do you say? So we say people need certain conditions. Clear? Number one, people need safety, and people need what? More opportunities. People needs what? They need facilities. So if a country can provide all these things, so people living over there in that country, they will be happier. Whereas countries, Clear, they do not have these facilities, these sort of facilities. They cannot provide, more opportunities to the people. They cannot guarantee, safety. So how can people living over there can be happy? Now, you want to provide what? Then later on, you can also provide an example. So this is the second portion, Clear, that we can talk about. Then the last one, for example, we want to give an example. If a country is politically unstable, Clear, you want to give an example. Or even fighting a war, it is very difficult for the people living there to find happiness. In a country with good political and economic conditions and a bright future, people will be happier overall. Now you have provided what? You have provided even the example. So these are the three ways, you can prolong your answer to the examiner. I hope that you people are getting it. Now we want to move towards the next slide. Examiner can ask you, Claire, in part 3 of your IELTS speaking test, Claire, 7 different type of questions. He can ask you 7 different type of questions, and you should know that what type of question has been asked by the examiner from me. Number 1, there is an opinion, Claire. Number 2 is evaluate. Number 3 is future. Number 4 is cause and effect. Number 5, examiner can ask hypothetical type of questions. Examiner can ask you compare and contrast, and examiner can ask about the past. So you should know about like what I mean by opinion type of question. You should understand what are opinion type of questions, what are evaluate type of questions, Clear, future, cause and effect, hypothetical, compare and contrast, and past. You should understand that when examiner he asks you a question, you must get it that what type of question has been asked from me. Either it's opinion or evaluate type, Clear, or future. Like if examiner is asking about the future and you're talking about the past, Clear, or he is asking about compare and contrast and you're talking about cause and effect. So it will like, it will deduct your marks by the examiner. So be careful. Let's talk about like what I mean by opinion type of questions, Claire. Opinion type of questions are those questions that you need to provide your own opinion related to specific topic. Like as I asked you, like, do you think that people in some countries are happier than other countries? Now I want your opinion related to this, Claire. So we want to explain all one by one in more detail, and I will provide you also the examples. Let's move towards the second slide, and one by one we will be explaining all these 7 type of questions. Number one is what it's about opinion type of questions. Clear? As I said earlier, that examiner can ask about opinion. Opinion is about you. What do you think about your specific topic? So whenever you want to give opinion, Claire, so try, because everybody is using, I think or according to me. So try to use different sort of opinion. Opinion can be of two types. How many types? Two types. Either your opinion, it can be strong opinion, like if you want to provide your opinion, it can be strong. Or the opinion you want to provide, Clear, to the examiner, it can be what? It can be that of weak opinion. Now, for them, we want to use some of the introductive phrases. What I mean by introductive phrases, like, for example, you can say, I think, Claire, I believe, I strongly believe that, I'm convinced that, I'm certain that, I'm sure that, I guess that, I suppose that, I would say that, Claire. So these, in my opinion, for example, all of them are called what? Introductive phrases. Or as I see it, or personally, or for me, all of them are introductive phrases. As I said earlier, that opinion can be what? It can be of two types, Clear? Either your opinion, it can be of, uh, as I said, it can be a strong opinion. Like if your opinion are strong, Clear, we use these introductive phrases. Like, I'm convinced that, I'm certain that, and I'm sure that. If I ask you, like, do you think that some people living in some countries are happier than other countries? Now, if you strongly believe that, yes, you can use, these type of introductory phrases. Yes, I'm convinced that people living in some countries are happier than others, and then you can give the reason why, and then you can provide the example. But if you believe that, no, Claire, I don't believe that, people living in some countries are happier than others, then, or or your opinion is not that much strong, you can use then that of, I guess that, or I suppose that, or I would say that, Claire. So these type opinion introductory phrases can be used over there. Now, I want to give you a clear example, then you will understand in a much more better way. Let's move to the next slide, and I want to provide you practical example now. Now, look at this example. This is a question, Claire, and what sort of question has been asked from you? This is the question, Claire. What are some of the ways people can help others in the community? Now, I'm asking you, I'm asking about your opinion. What are some of the ways people can help others in the community? I'm asking about what? I'm asking about your opinion, Claire, that what do you think? What is your opinion? That how can we help people, Claire, in the community? So you will say, you will like provide me, Claire, all your information by yourself. Like, for example, as I see it, can you see as I see it? So as I see it is what? It's a introductory phrase. There are many ways one can help the needy, but the best way is by making charitable donations. People can choose a charity and simply donate a sum of money and leave it to them to help others in need. For example, or for instance, can you see we provide now example? I recently gave money to an orphanage. I don't have time to help them personally, so I will leave it up to them to use the money as they see fit. So this is an answer for, or this type of question. You should understand that what type of question has been asked. So this type of question is called opinion type of question. Let's move to the next type of questions that after opinion, we will talk about evaluate type of questions. The next type of question that examiner can ask from you, that is called what? Evaluate type of questions. Now, what is an evaluate type of question? It is that you need to talk about another person's opinion, someone else's opinion. Like opinion type of question, you need to give your opinion. But and another type, Claire, that is what that is about giving or providing someone else's opinion. Get it? You can provide someone else's opinion. For example, let me say that Ali said that Ahmad is a thief. For example, if I say, look, if I write down here an example for you, Ali said Ahmad is a thief. Now, who said Ahmad is a thief? Ali said. Whose opinion is this about Ahmad? That is Ali's opinion. Now I want you to talk about Ali's opinion. So now there are two ways. Either you agree with Ali, agree that yes, Ahmad is a thief. Or number two, you disagree with Ahmad. You can agree with Ahmad or you can disagree. There are two possibilities for you. Either you agree with Ahmad, yes, Ahmad is a thief. And the opinion, this is whose opinion? This is Ali's opinion about Ahmad. And now you are going to talk about another person's opinion. Who is another person? That is Ali. Clear? So then to talk about another person's opinion, you have got two options. Either you agree or you disagree. Clear? Let me, these are the introductive phrases. Clear? These are the introductive phrases that you can talk about another person's opinion. If you agree, you will use this for the agree. And the second one, we have got disagree. You disagree with someone. If you agree, you can use these introductive phrases. And here I have used you the introductive phrases. Clear? These are all introductive phrases. Clear? That you people can use. I couldn't believe or I couldn't agree with you more. That is so true. That is for sure. That is exactly how I feel. No doubt about it. I suppose so. I guess so. You have a point there. Clear? They have point there. So these type of things are used for agreement, and these introductive phrases are used for disagree. Like, I don't think so, I'm afraid, I disagree, I totally disagree, I beg to differ, I would say the exact opposite. Not necessarily, that's not always true, that's not always the case. Clear? So these are the introductive phrases for what? For that of evaluate type of questions. Now we will take example on this type of question. Let's take real example. Now, this is an example for it. If you look here, some people say, this is about what some people say. This is my question, clear? And what is my question? They asked you, some people say that people helped others more than in the past than they do now. Now, you don't say, what is your opinion about some people? Can you see? Some people say, you don't say that. This is not your opinion that some people clear this one. Some people say it. This is not your opinion. That is other people's opinion. So now what do you say about these people opinion? This is called evaluate type of question. They want to ask, some people say that people helped others more in the past than they do now. Do you agree or disagree? Clear? Then now we want to talk about, we want to take over here, these are the introductory phrases. I don't think so, like it means you disagree. I don't think so means you disagree. When it comes to my parents' generation, I think they are quite skeptical about the helping others people in the community. But my generation are regularly doing things to improve it, such as volunteering for various environmental and charitable organizations. Young people are actively encouraged to help out in the community, and I don't think this happened in the past. So I'm afraid I would disagree. Can you see? Again, you disagree at the beginning. Again, you disagree at the end. Then you have given your answer. So these type of questions are called evaluate type of questions. Understand the questions, that what type of question has been asked by the examiner from you. Now, examiner can ask you questions related to future. So whenever he asks questions related to future, you should understand about what you must know the future tenses, clear, simple future tense, be going to clear, and any grammatical structures that can help you, talk better way in the future, you should go and you must understand them all, clear? You can use different type of grammatical structures for that. Now, these are the introductive phrases that you can use, clear? Like, I foresee, it is predicted that, clear? You can say it is foreseeable, it is likely that, clear? It is probable that, it is unforeseeable that, I envisage, clear? So different type of introductive phrases are used here. In this case, you people can use for yourself. Now, let's take, real example for this type of questions. This is the question, clear, that we want to take for that of the type of question for future. And what is that? Sorry. The question we have, they have asked us, some people say that working from home will be quite common in future. Can you see? Some people say, number one, this question is what? Some people say. It's evaluate type of question. First of all, it's also evaluate, like you will talk about someone else's opinion. That working from home will be quite. It's about future. Number two, it's future. Clear? And do you agree? So evaluate type of question, and it's in future. Clear? So we want to say, we want to talk about other people opinion. Clear? Number one. And number two, it's in future. We will talk in the future time. So let's take an example here, thereof, like it is foreseeable. Can you see? This is the introductive phrase, that more people will work from home in the future if the internet, when reason, if the internet becomes faster and there are more programs such as like Skype, Clear, that allow people to work from home more easily. I would predict, can you see? You're talking, you want to give future introductory phrases, Clear. I would predict that more people will stay at home. If you think about it, most people do not need to be physically present to do their jobs. And I envisage that face-to-face meeting will be a thing of the past. So this type of question is called what? Past. So we studied so far how many types of questions? Three type of questions. So the rest four different type of questions, inshallah, we will study it tomorrow.